Boys, PB here, or Papa B, or Big Pop PB, as I like to be known. And I'm going to be doing this revision video, looking at sports business first of all, and what a sports business is. Now, I'm hoping in your exam, you're going to know sports businesses involve people and activities. So people and activities in there. Or any organisations that produce, sell, promote, and basically make money. So they basically make money from sport. Okay, so you're gonna know what they are. Money is made or created through sport. So they promote, sell, and produce sports content. Okay, they can also organise. So you can have like things like FIFA in a minute, which is an organisation which organises sport. William Hill is one. So William Hill is one that does obviously gambling, but they make money from sport. So that's what the definition is for 1.1 that you need to know. Now, in terms of like what the types of different sectors are, I think you should know now that basically there are three images there, and you should be able to tell me that this one is private. So some little rich dude owns this one, Rupert Murdoch, minted, and he owns that, and it's all about profit. He loves the profit. All right. This one, the NAC, it's not about profit, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm going to give you an exact way to remember. I don't know, giraffe, aren't you? Sister hasn't called me in moons, and then decides to ring me when I'm doing this. See you later. Jog on. So right, yeah. So getting back to it, right. So I'm going to give you a little acronym to help you remember it. For the future when it comes to when it asks about types of sports business. So number one, you need to know an A, you need to know an F, you need to know a T, you need to know a G, and you need to know an E. Now, the A stands for aim, so it'll want you to know the aim of these businesses. The F is how it is funded, so the funded elements to it, so what it's funded through. The T is the target, okay, target audience. So like who it is they target. We've got so target group. The G mean I'll put the group on there. Come on, Paul, take your tablets, mate. So the group, so target group, they're linked. So the target group, and the E relates to the examples. Okay, so we've got examples there. Well, in skid, a little X stealing. So right, so we've got aim, the aim of it, how it's funded, target audience, the group, target group, get off there, target audience. PB there, letting the side down with the stupidity, come on. So, get off there now. Have that, go on, lad. Right, now let's go back to that. Yes. Okay then. So, happy days. Right, okay, so now the way I remember that is Abo fights top G's every day. Abo fights top G's every day because Abo fights those top G's every day. Okay, you just saw him when he was wanting his money back off me. He was coming at me like Biggie and Tupac back in the day. So Abo fights top G's every day, and that'll give you an idea. So aims, funding, how it's funded, where they get the funding from, and what they do it for. Target group, and the E is for examples of these businesses if you know some of them, right? So when we're looking at the examples for this one, you've got to know like say you've got Sky. Sky is media, right? So Sky is media, but it's a sports business related to media. If I said retail, you should be able to give me an example for retail, which is big Mike Ashley there, which is Sports Direct, JD, all those little dudes with all the 110s in there. All right, and then you've got professional sports clubs. I hope you know some. to give examples of. You've got private leisure centres, so that's where you get like a nice latte and a biscuit when you sign up, whereas when you go there, you don't. So private leisure clubs, they're examples of these. And David Lloyd, so David Lloyd, where you get your little biscuit and all the rest of it, and someone greet you and sit you down on nice comfy leather couches because they want you 78 quid a month. These guys, you're paying less than half that, and these guys have deals for different special populations and all the rest of it. So, in terms of this bit, David Lloyd, these are private sector businesses, okay? There are other examples there. Betting companies will also go in, and because we're linking it back to this, so William Hill and all the rest of it, and any organisations, if they're private, that involved in organising sport. Okay, so that's that one. It's profit, so the aim is primarily profit. Right, so how's it funded? These guys are funded. Well, can you tell me? Normally through private investment. So you've got Rupert Murdoch or anyone else putting in private investment, shareholders investing in it. Membership fees, David Lloyd just said, they have membership fees, so they're getting money that way. You've got sales and sponsorship. So football clubs get sales, sponsorship. That they are examples. So your examples there for that group would be under funding. So you put your F, would be sales, would be sponsorship, membership fees. Okay, so there's some. They can also have events if you want to put events on there. You can do events and things like that. And private investments, so they get investments off private rich dudes like the owners of Liverpool Football Club. Okay, so that's that one. Sorted. I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. Bear with me, lads. So I've just put that on there. I'm not really sure why I decided to scribble that bit out, to be honest, because that's not where I needed the space. So, but I was up to F, wasn't I? Oh, I know why. So hopefully you've remembered them. It's the one with the bigger rubber, right? Right. Okay. So back to this. Yeah. Boom. Okay. So target groups then. If you're paying 78 quid or you want a box at Anfield, they're not going around some communities who haven't got that money. So the target groups are normally people with a lot of income. So people who are rich with income, who've got a lot of income to spend. I think the word's disposable income. So they're looking for people with income so they can take all their money because they've got a lot of it. Okay. They also target professional athletes. So they've got involvement with professional athletes, obviously. So they'll be working with professional athletes, and they could look at teams and schools. So you've got schools and you've got teams. So Goals, which is a private firm, or Play Football, believe it or not, is a private firm. They might target schools and teams in order to as a target group. Okay, so they're the examples for that one for the private. Let's have make that a little bit bigger. Bang, yeah, loving that PB. Let's get a bit of that done. Right, spot on. Right, so let's go to. Should we have a little bit of? What are we going with here? A little bit of grey. A little bit of grey. All right. So that's private. Take you over to this bit, and we've got the NAC. Right now, the NAC, I'm hoping you realise, is public. So it's publicly. It's in the public sector. All right. So doing the same principle for Abo. For Abo. Fights top G's every day, because he does, as we know. Abo fights top G's every day, which means aims, funding, target group, and E for examples. That's what you got to know. We're going to look at this bit. So aims. The aims of this group are different to private sector, aren't they? So these are not for profit. Okay, they're not for profit. Get a little cheeky mark, right? And the aim is to increase participation. Increase participation. I'm running out of space. So participation, I can't fit that on. Oh yeah, I can. Right. So it's all about participation. It's getting all different groups in from different special populations. It's not about profit. They're about profit. David Lloyd, if I was doing a comparison of David Lloyd to this one, would be about profit. This one's more about increasing participation and inclusivity. All right. So how's it funded then? And for target group. So let's go to funding wise. What do you think? Yeah, Jack, wake up. What do you think? I know you're falling asleep. You're looking at the wall, but do you think they are funded by national government? Jackie boy, national gov. Okay, so they're going to get national government money, in order to run it. They can also do membership fees, and they can have lottery funding. So you'll have they still charge membership fees. They're just cheaper and discounted, and they can get lottery funding. That's why you see lottery funding badges on nearly all of these places, because the lottery help fund them. You with us, Jack? Well done, mate. Have a little sip of your cup of tea. Yeah, sound. Let's get back with it then. Okay, so that is that bit done. Funding, target group. I'm hoping that you're going to realise that the people they target are going to be different to the doctors on 70k over there. These ones are going to be looking at different people. Think of the communities. Think how much money they've got disposable around them. What are they going to do? Right. So they're going to typically go for low income. I know that's a generalisation. Don't blame me. Blame the spec. But typically, what they're saying is people around this area are going to have a lower income. So you have to lower your membership fees and target them. So that's their target audience. They're going to also target the local community. So they're going to have a lot. So they're going to have a lot of community stuff going on in the local community to engage with the local community. Okay, and specific pops. Okay, specific. Have a little day off there, Paul, with you, mate. So this pen's still tricky. So specific pops. Now I know you know that means over 35s, kids, so young people, all that type of stuff. That's who they're going to try and focus in on. Okay. Now, what type of stuff? If you look on examples, getting back to once we know the target group, the examples I want you to know is leisure centres is one, schools and public parks and playing fields. So if you think of a school, public parks and playing fields, and leisure centres, you're flying for this example. Okay, you're doing well. They're the three I want you to know. Okay then, got that? Excellent. Excellente. You're doing well, boys, you're doing well. Alright, so let's knock this off. On to my next example there. Tav, is your head still falling off over that over the fact you work on choo-choo trains? and you, that was funny. Well, he's still ruminating over that one. Right, let's get back. So we've got the Phillies then. Hang on, give me a little bit. I don't want to really lose me that all every day on that bit there, but right. So let's get over to the Phillies. Go with the little red there. Okay, so the Phillies then. This is the third example. The third example is, I'm hoping you know, is voluntary. Yeah, they do it voluntary. So that's how it's set up. So it's charitable or it's got a social impact. And again, aim is not for profit. So the ideal aim is that it's not trying to make a profit. That's right, and it's normally for a social purpose. So the Phillies' social purpose is supposed to be for getting girls into football. That's what it says. So there's an aim, and it's normally it's a charity, and it's to get more girls into football and help them socially and all the rest of it. Now it's not for profit; it's a social purpose. Are you with me so far? So aim, how it's funded then. So obviously, if you're looking at how that's funded, normally they'll still pay membership fees again, so you get a mark for that because they'll still pay they'll still pay memberships if they're part of the Phillies. Okay, they might get donations because it's a charity. Everyone in the community will get a donation because it's a voluntary organisation or classed as such. So they might get a donation, you might get sponsorships, and they might get private investment. Okay, and they can also get lottery funding as well. So lot funding, it isn't on there, but lottery funding also might go to them. So they might get lottery funding, donations, and they can even ask for sponsors, for kits and stuff like that. So obviously the sponsors involved in this are going to be much lower for them than if you're this group and you're LFC and you're going to someone like, but it's just got at me, a New Balance. So New Balance are going to be paying LFC a lot more because of the audience it's going to reach than the Phillies based in play football. Okay then, so I think that's it. I think that's covered. If you need to think about target groups, I forgot to mention that's going to be very similar, very similar or identical to this one. So whatever you put in this one, that's going to be similar. So it's going to be for young people. It's going to be for specific populations, people with low incomes within the community. So this is more community based. These are more global or national. There's some links there. So the same answers for the target. So this bit is the same. And examples wise, when you're looking at the examples, the two it wants you to know is that your community teams or groups and charitable causes. So I put the Phillies. You could have Everton in the community as another example. Okay, that's me done. I'll be on next time to crack on with another topic. I hope you found it useful. Smell yous later.